Textiles. Wherever you turn your eye, there they are, and likely sourced from several of the Earth's resources, both renewable and non-renewable. For example, did you know that viscose mainly comes from trees in the forest, and modal specifically from the beech tree? Did you know that linen comes from flax and that the soft Angora wools primarily come from the Angora rabbits? And did you know that polyester and acrylic come mainly from fossil oil? So, what does textile have to do with biodiversity? Let us begin by explaining biodiversity. What is that? Biodiversity refers to the variation of all types of life forms on Earth, such as plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms, plus all the genetic variations within each species. This diversity creates the ecosystems in which these lives exist and affects each other's existence. The more different species there are, the greater the biodiversity. And the greater the biodiversity, the more varied life is within the ecosystems. Planet Earth is fundamentally one giant ecosystem, with an unimaginable number of smaller ecosystems containing enormous biodiversity. It is this variety of life that both constitutes and creates the resources that the Earth generates. It is also these resources that we humans have become incredibly skilled at using. So skilled that today we extract more of the Earth's resources than we consume, and more than the Earth can replenish. The areas of Earth that humans use have long been categorized based on what we use them for. Agriculture, where we cultivate crops; livestock farming, where we raise livestock; forestry, where we plant trees, not always the same as we associate with a forest; and oil fields, where we extract oil and gas. When it comes to textiles, it's no more complicated than that. The materials you find in your clothes, towels, sofa coverings, and other textiles all come from one of these extraction industries. Agriculture. Here you find examples such as cotton, linen, jute, and hemp. Farming. According to ReThink's definition, it involves animal husbandry. So here you find examples such as wool and silk. Forestry. The cellulose from trees is used to make materials such as viscose and lyocell. Oil and gas industry. Textile fibers such as polyester, acrylic, and polyamide are made from oil and gas. Now that you know from which industry we source the raw material for your textile, the next step is to learn and understand the challenges that each industry faces. This might take some time, but you will learn. Challenges. Agriculture. Agriculture encompasses the cultivation of various crops such as cotton, flax, and hemp. There are different approaches to cultivation, including conventional and organic agriculture. Conventional cultivation is the most common, resulting in large yields at low costs. The challenge lies mainly in the use of pesticides and synthetic fertilizers. Livestock farming provides us with textiles such as wool and silk. There are many ways to run a farm, from organic, often small scale, to conventional, usually large scale. Examples of challenges in animal husbandry are often associated with animal welfare and the use of land resources to grow their feed. Forestry. Wood cellulose, a component from trees, provides us with viscose and lyocell, including a range of branded options. These materials are manufactured through processes using chemicals, water, and energy, where the cellulose is broken down into a pulp, from which filaments are produced. The challenge regarding the impact of this textile on biodiversity mainly lies in the method of logging. Oil industry. All textiles originating from fossil sources such as oil or gas can be classified as plastic materials. But what challenges does plastic face? The two main problems are degradation time and microplastics. The degradation time of plastic materials is only theoretically estimated, as these materials have barely been in nature for about 100 years. When plastic ends up in nature, it can be mistaken for food by animals that base their target on, for example, color. Fishing nets left in the sea, also textile based on fossil oil, can turn into traps for aquatic animals. So use judgments like these. Learn more about the challenges of the category, and you will make your best decisions based on your knowledge and your choices. For a sustainable textile industry, we need to use resources in a smart way that preserves the Earth's sophisticated ability to create resources that we benefit from. It's about not extracting more than we consume, preventing chemical pollution, as well as protecting natural habitats. Note: This describes the origin of different materials and where the fiber in the textile comes from. There are many other challenges related to fabric processing, such as spinning, weaving, knitting, coloring, etc., which also affect biodiversity due to pollution mainly caused by poor or non-existent purification systems. Produced by and all rights reserved to ReThink Tencom.